Alright, here we go. Haikyuu Season 2, Episode 24, the heavily anticipated rematch between Karasuno vs Aoba Josai, and what I think is the best scene not only in Haikyuu, but in any sports anime. So let's break it down. Tied at one set apiece, the Crows have spread fresh wings and are on the brink of upsetting the powerhouse Seijo. After losing a nail-biter the last time they faced off, Karasuno is driven to take revenge and defeat their bitter rivals. What makes this scene so special is how important and intricate every frame is to each character and to the game itself. Every hit, dig, set, spike, and serve is indicative of who the characters are as both players and people. Up to serve again is Sugawara, the far inferior setter to Kageyama, who's been forced to sit on the bench for a majority of the tournament despite being a third year. However, at the most crucial moments like this one, his game knowledge and service accuracy are needed to disrupt the rhythm of the strong teamwork of Aoba Josai. Seijo's ace Iwaizumi isn't afraid to give up what's potentially the last spike and trusts his teammates to get it done by receiving the first ball, emphasizing Seijo's teamwork as its greatest strength and showing their unity. Oikawa and Mad Dog used the side hit that destroyed Karasuno all game. Calculating and incredibly intelligent, Oikawa knows that this is the best chance of success. He also aims it towards Tanaka, who's been one of the weaker receivers on the team, but more importantly, the left wing spiker, meaning he won't have his full strength on the following hit. Oikawa is very clearly the smartest player on the court. It's how he's taken a team like Seijo, who's quite average, to such great heights. He is the only reason they're here, and it's evident in this final point. He is involved in every single play and every single point. I guess he is the setter, but he is so good. Former king of the court Kageyama has no issue giving up the all-important set to Sugawara, who has the better connection with the ace, Asahi, the target of the set. Subtly showing Tobio's extensive growth throughout the series, from selfish, insufferable, to everything himself, to letting teammates inferior to himself in talent take the all-important set. With Mad Dog at the net, it's no question the spike will get through to the libero, who just gets a piece of it, sending Oikawa on a mad, desperate dash to get the ball, and this is undoubtedly my favorite part of the scene. Oikawa has so much self-confidence and assurance in his skills that he knows he can get the ball to Iwaizumi. His self-confidence is a double-edged sword, as he basically told Karasuno where the set is going. Not that it matters too much, as the Crows are in shock from his unthinkable set. With no hesitation, Iwaizumi knows exactly where the set is headed. He has absolute trust in his setter to push the ball to the perfect spot. This is the epitome of who Oikawa is. Someone without any superhuman talent or wisdom, he works harder than anyone else on the court, often with dismal results. It's often forgotten that Seijo is in no better situation than Karasuno, despite winning over them in the previous season. In the finals of each tournament, they've been pummeled again and again by Ushiwaka and Shiratorizawa, a team specializing in raw physical ability and innate talent. And now Oikawa is on the verge of being beaten by some upstart first years with, guess what, incredible physical talent and abilities, something Oikawa could never even dream of having. So when he says that talent is something to nurture and wisdom is something to hone, he's arguing that his methods of rigorous training will overcome the existing natural talent of Karasuno, with his unfathomable set from outside the court serving as proof. Daichi has the look of someone instinctual, as if he's in the zone. He's so dialed in that he's convinced himself he will receive this ball, no matter the cost. Despite receiving it, he's still upset with himself for mishitting it. He truly thought he was going to receive the difficult spike perfectly without any self-doubt. Tanaka, the hardest worker on Karasuno, who puts in the extra hours to make up for his lack of a superhuman talent like Hinata or Kageyama, is able to reach the ball, and now Oikawa's worried. His surefire set from earlier didn't pan out, and his team has to stand up to another offensive attack from Karasuno. But he quickly pulls himself together, convincing himself that a cohesive team of 6 is stronger than just 2. His mentality will win out. Asahi, who's been relatively underwhelming compared to Hinata as the ace, takes a risk to prove himself that he can stand alone as the true ace of Karasuno. Previously known for playing it safe and being a relatively quiet person, it really shows his development as a player. The intensity of this last point has finally brought Mad Dog to the same level as his teammates. They're playing to win, and sometimes you have to get in the trenches to make that happen. Daichi then is unable to accept that he would lose to Kageyama, the jerk who couldn't play as a team back when they were in middle school together, propelling him forward to make the block. For Suga, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. He was in the right place to receive the ball, but couldn't get his hands up in time. He's a setter, not a receiver. Nevertheless, it sets the stage for Karasuno's star players to get the final hit. The animation brightening on Hinata's run-up is a nice touch. It emphasizes the true star of the team and, of course, as the protagonist. One final clash of ideals. Will it be Oikawa's hard work and strong teamwork, or Kageyama's innate talent with his strongest weapon? The physical battle of the game is conjoined with the mental battle of the players to create the ultimate climactic finale. The entire gym knows where this ball is going, especially Oikawa. After his training earlier in the season, he is able to spot the hole in Seijo's block. The only player who doesn't play with Aobajosei style, Mad Dog. He's just a quarter second behind the other blockers, but it makes all the difference in the world. Oikawa knows where the ball is coming from. He sees Mad Dog's inefficiencies and tries to fill up the hole himself. He is an incredible player. A genius, some might call it, and by far the best player on the court. Sometimes it just isn't enough. Oikawa can't believe it. No matter how perfectly he played, it still wasn't enough. His effort and wisdom wasn't enough to stop Karasuno's natural talent. He will never go to nationals, never get revenge against Shiratorizawa, and his volleyball career has essentially ended. I love this scene so much. I could rewatch it 100 times and not get bored, which is essentially what I did while preparing to break it down. It's incredible how every meaningful character on the court gets a little moment that expresses who they are as a person and as a player. Every single frame contains some sort of meaning behind volleyball itself and what makes Haikyuu so special. It's my first time making a video in this format, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it again, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. This is mloveys, signing off.